Heading into season 10, we have a clear split between what fans are fired up about on the ice and what's making them nervous. The excitement is real, but so are their concerns.
You're Locked On Golden Knights, your daily podcast on the Vegas Golden Knights, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
From Las Vegas, Tony Dasco along with Chris Gawlik. I kind of wound up there on that intro. Coming up ahead on this episode, what we're most and least excited about as this new season draws near, and where will VGK be in the standings at American Thanksgiving? Had to go there. Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. each day. Catch our show on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. SSSEN can be found on Cox Cable Channel 77 and on YouTube TV. So what might we and the fans be most excited about into this new season? With superstars like Jack Eichel and Mitch Marner, the window, right, to win a championship is still wide open. It is.
Yep. Yep.
And it appears that the Golden Knights are a team, I might say, that heading into the season, a little bit under the radar. So there doesn't appear to be a lot of pressure on the team, but the players will tell you that they put pressure on themselves. Yes, they want to win always, but it's a different type of feeling here heading into season X. I personally am excited to see a full season of Mitch Marner on the wing rather than playing at center.
We'll see about that.
A lot of momentum for Mitch Marner following the 29-point playoff campaign.
Yeah, I mean, cosign, obviously. Marner, we'll see if he can stay on the wing. There's concerns about the health of Karlsson and Hertl. And, if Brett Howden gets the first call or if Marner gets the first call, if and or when one of those two were to go down. But yeah, very excited for Marner. It'd be nice to see if he can elevate his points a little bit. But he was fine in the regular season. I don't think he gets enough credit, mainly from Toronto, or how well he played in the regular season. For me, I'm going to start with Ryan Craig. I'm excited. I'm excited to see. There's concerns about Ryan Craig. Yes, he's never led an NHL bench, but he's been in Vegas now for 10 years as well. One of the first phone calls McCrimmon made when he was putting the coaching staff together. So excited to see. I'm excited to see what this team looks like under Ryan Craig. I want to know what a Ryan Craig led hockey team looks like, feels like, what it feels like when you're in the arena. That's what I want to see.
I'm excited to see a coach that probably has more than two suits, that he could rotate out. I'm excited to see.
Tortorella's down to 0 suits. It's still in Carolina.
Yeah. I'm excited to see how the youth of this team responds. I really am. The infusion and how that mix happens and what the chemistry will be like with players like Braden Bowman and perhaps Trevor Connolly and others from the AHL. The time is now for this youth movement.
Yeah, no doubt. Another easy cosign there. Braden Bowman, a lot of excitement, hit the rookie wall, but as time, went on, he still learned about the game, and he's, I don't say disrespectfully, but he's above the American League game as far as what he's going to take from playing in Henderson. So the time is now for the National Hockey League for Bowman. And Connolly, of course, it's going to be all eyes on Connolly to see if he cracks this roster or win, or if and when. I don't think it's day one from the regular season unless there's an injury to somewhere in the top 9, which no in Vegas or very well may be. Hopefully it's not the case. But excited to see where Connolly goes. And hopefully Connolly's not one of the injuries we're talking about, because there's been a lot of injury concerns. A healthy William Karlsson, a healthy Tomas Hertl, and I guess maybe in a vacuum, what the Karlsson, and assuming Craig goes with this, of course, but what the Karlsson, Marner, and Howden line will look like in the regular season, because that line cooked in the postseason. No doubt that line cooked in the postseason. And if that line is going, that gives Ryan Craig all sorts of options. Eichel and Barbashev are cemented together, whether he keeps Mark Stone on that line or elevates one of the, like a Braden Bowman in the top line and Mark Stone goes down with Tomas Hertl. If line 2 is cooking, then that gives Ryan Craig all the options in the world.
I feel that we're going to see 4 full lines at least to start the season. The team had minute limitations, right? This past season, especially players on that third line.
Yeah.
They didn't have the full 4 lines, and I'm pretty much excited to see that. And personally, I do want to see what the identity on that 4th line is going to look like, what it becomes. I'm pretty excited about that with Dowd and Gatcomb and the unknown player there, question mark.
It's
there
not
on
going to
the
be
wing.
Holtz. Like, people keep putting up all these graphics.
Whoever lands on that
Daily
line.
faced off with Holtz down there. It's a placeholder.
Why
Holtz
is
is not going to be the 4th line left winger. Stop it.
Why are people gaga about Holt still? I just don't get it. But
Because they took a year off from watching hockey? I don't know, Tony. Nick Dowd by himself, I'm gonna circle. I'm really excited to see what Nick Dowd looks like a full year with this Golden Knights team from the marketing perspective. He's an absolute gem in interviews and everything. How now he knows, he's got a full year. They show 2 number 26s on Daily Faceoff. Dowd and Holtz both have number 26, so this
we
is
know who's
clearly a
going to win
problem
that
right now.
battle. We know who gets number
Yeah, no,
26
definitely
in.
Holtz, of course. Dowd's going to have to pay him off. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what Dowd looks like from a leadership perspective. I really think the fan base is going to become attached to Dowd and Mark Gatcomb as well. Kolesar, I mean, good riddance in my opinion. I think Gatcomb can be a more effective player for a lot less money, and I'm excited to see what Gatcomb looks like.
And taking on the personality, as we've discussed earlier here in one of our episodes, taking on the personality of Ryan Craig, which I'm looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to, hopefully, an improved structure from this team, because we were supposed to see like an overhaul under Bruce Cassidy heading into the past season, and that really never happened. It was the same old structure. But now this is a new era for VGK, and I'm looking for more physicality, and that excites me. I like the physical aspect of the game.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's where you've been. I think you're probably one of the first ones to talk about Ryan Craig as far as his physicality, how he managed to stay in professional hockey for as long as he did, and I think you will see that on the Golden Knights side. I'm gonna name 3 players. I'll probably make both segments right now, and I think it's the same circumstance: Anderson, Hanifin, Hill.
Wait, you're excited to see them?
I'm excited to see a better version of them. I'm excited to see, especially for Rasmus Anderson, a fresh starts. I talked about this when I think I was on the fantasy show. That'll be airing
Which
soon.
show? Which show were you on?
Yeah, it was another show. Talking
Another
about
show.
VGK from a fantasy angle, and Rasmus Anderson.
No, but
came up.
I think you had so many shows going
I
on.
was
You
so
might have
mixed
thought
up.
you were on
No,
a different show.
I didn't even know I was doing a lockdown show the other day. I was so confused. I'm not even gonna lie. But no, Rasmus Anderson is starting there real fast. I do believe the human element gets forgotten in sports, starting with people like me and Tony, who are talking about these players simply as players, from people who are in fantasy sports, me as well. I do that, and these are pawns in my fantasy game, if you will. And when we're paying money at our respective arenas or watching on TV, whatever, we're simply looking at the players on the ice, not necessarily taking the human side of it. And Rasmus Anderson, I think the human side took a toll on him last year. Has to leave the family behind for a while in Calgary. Comes to Vegas for a cup of coffee, goes to the Olympics. That was a bizarre circumstance that he did a good job taking the high road on. Comes back to Vegas, has to go up and back, for the family a little bit. So now that Anderson has the family cement, I believe they're cemented in Vegas. Got a new house, I believe. I think things will be better for him. Hopefully that helps Hanifin and Aiden Hill. It's the same circumstance, right? Hopefully we see a better version of Hill. I'm excited for a better version of Hill, but I think all 3 of those names will probably get mentioned in the next segment too.
Yeah, and then Hanifin, I'm just still not sold. I think he's had a very strong sample size here to prove himself.
I'm with you. I'm not sold on his AAV. I'm sold on being a good hockey player. I'm not sold on him being paid. I'm not sold on his AAV with respect to what we're seeing on the ice.
Oh, back to things we're excited about. I'm excited about just 4 preseason games this year.
There you go. That's a good one.
Get going here because, yes, there are 2 additional games in the regular season, but that preseason, I think, just lagged.
I'm excited to see if the Dragon finally breathes fire.
What a release looking forward to from the Golden Knights this upcoming season. We'll talk about it next on Locked On Golden Knights. Baseball fans, if you think you know who is hitting a home run today, FanDuel is giving you a free chance to call your shot with Daily Dingers. It's easy to play. Just make your free pick on who you think will hit a home run in their game. And if you are right, you'll receive that profit boost that you can use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. And best of all, you can make a free pick each day throughout the MLB season. Daily Dingers is really another fun way to stay engaged with every day's games, whether you are following your favorite team or keeping an eye on matchups across the league. Every game has someone capable of going deep, and now you get your chance to make your prediction right before the first pitch. Sometimes it's a hitter who's been on that hot streak. Sometimes there's a favorable pitching matchup or even a ballpark that tends to give up a lot of home runs. Those are always the first things that I look at before making my Daily Dingers selections. So are you ready to play your game today? Join all the action at FanDuel.com. That is FanDuel.com to play Daily Dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a homer. Play ball and swing for the fences on FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. We are back on this edition of Locked On Golden Knights. Tony Cardasco and Chris Gawlik. Please subscribe to our Locked On Golden Knights YouTube channel. And as I'm reading that FanDuel copy there, thinking about football contests. It's that time of year where all the football contests come out, and a lot of my friends come into town and put down their first wager, set up their account. I proxy them. I help them out there and put in the picks. But, man, it's a lot of fun. It is grueling by about week number, 7 or 8.
Tony just say he's a runner?
Allegedly. You know what? I'm looking most forward to this football season of a Super Bowl on stinking Valentine's Day. Now, that's really going to work out well. That'll be great.
I'm not excited about Kirk Cousins. Should we start there?
What if
the
Cousins
biggest fraud in sports history?
What if
$500
Cousins
million to a
plays-
dude that's played one playoff game?
What if he plays well and Mendoza never gets his chance this season? Fans will go nuts, but they'll be in the playoffs. So on the other side. Okay.
The Raiders are going to be in the playoffs? Holy.
I'm saying if Kirk Cousins can keep that job, I think they'll be a playoff team.
Tony, it's 6:30. Too early to be drinking or whatever you're doing, man. Stop it.
It's 5 o'clock. Oh, we can't say 5 o'clock somewhere anymore. At the top of my, what are we least looking forward to this upcoming season, I would start with a shaky goaltender tandem. Now, in the first segment, you talked about just Aiden Hill. However, you know what? Carter Hart wasn't actually a sign of stability for this team in the Stanley Cup final. Let's see what he plays like, if he plays like the Carter Hart leading up to the Cup final, or if he plays on the other side. And if things go awry with Carter Hart, or if he gets injured again or something else happens, then there's a lot of trouble for this team. I'm not looking forward to goaltending, and this is just an ongoing occurrence here in Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, if it's another year, another conversation about goalies, I mean, that's even Marc-Andre Fleury, the stability he offered this team, he was off injured and a lot of issues there. So, yeah, I mean, another year of goaltending issues, that's something that you're never excited about. But on the flip side, you do wonder what Lindbaum looks like, or if we get all the way down to Jordan Papirny, you have no idea if Paps is going to be back inside the organization or not. But the way things go in Vegas, you never know. But yeah, I'll co-sign on that from a global perspective, I guess. Although I do hope Aiden Hill it's better than what it looked like. I mean, Alex Holtz, let's just get this out of the way now so we can not talk about him anymore. I'm not excited for Alex Holtz, and I'm not excited for Victor Olofsson as well. I think those are two signings that don't do a whole lot for me. I think Olofsson is going to be taking away an opportunity from a Bowman who would get more ice time depending on how that shakes out, or Trevor Connolly's NHL developments. Connolly, I mean, is he ready? Is he not ready? I don't know, but does this team need Victor Olofsson, someone who doesn't necessarily have the defensive responsibility, someone who's, knows how to stay in the league and get a paycheck without necessarily scratching his fingernails, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. So not excited for Olofsson, not excited for Holtz, and Tomas Hertl, besides his
Oof.
goofiness and smiles and all that, he has not left me much to be excited about either.
No, and I'm least looking forward to watching Tomas Hertl struggle like he did
Yeah.
in the
We
playoffs.
love the person. Like, we love the person. Tomas Hertl's a great dude, but the hockey player, there's
Step
concerns.
slow now, right? Johnny
So the
Torch
five
called him
the
out.
5-on-5, maybe I think let's isolate it. The 5-on-5 version of Hertl we're not excited about.
No, you're absolutely not. We are not excited about that. I'm not looking forward to seeing some of these veterans continue to break down, aka Mark Stone, aka William Karlsson, primarily.
Yeah, it's fair.
They just continue to, it's the attrition, it's the wear and tear, and how many games can they get collectively out of, especially those two players. And again, these long-term contracts, so many players. We talked on yesterday's segment, I believe, about like a Robin Leonard. He didn't fulfill his entire contract here. A lot of players did not. Alex Pietrangelo, I mean, look no further. They did not fulfill their contracts here, and that's of a concern. I'm not looking forward to the physical toll that it takes on some of these veterans.
Yeah, very, very, very fair. Mitch Marner, I'm not looking forward to the idiots out of Toronto. The second, like Mitch Marner can have a 5-point game on a Tuesday, and then if he puts up a goose egg on a Thursday while playing good defensive hockey, all the Toronto naysayers are going to come out and talk about, oh, see, Marner didn't show up this random Tuesday night in mid-October, mid-November, and mid-December. Like, just shut up. I'm tired of that. On the Carter Hart side, I am not looking forward to all the conversations that will be taking place anytime Carter Hart's name is brought up, from the Golden Knight fan base to social media and all of the everything. And not to be disrespectful to the circumstances, but it is very frustrating still seeing anytime his name is brought up, all sorts
Mhm.
of discussions happen, and division and fighting, and not just from even outside, but even from inside Vegas too. It's still, a tricky circumstance.
Yeah, and it's not going away though. We've discussed
No,
that.
it's
It's
that's not going to
definitely
go away, and the
will not
Golden
go
Knights
away.
lean
You're
right
going to
into
hear
that,
a
and
lot
that's fine.
about it. It's again, and it's a contract year, which is going to get real interesting around here
Yeah.
to see how he responds, fans' reactions. If the asking price and free agency is too high, do other teams take a gamble with him? I think that's an interesting
He'll
story.
I mean, obviously we don't know how the next season is going to go, but let's
Right.
assuming he's average or better than his career, I guess you say it like that. He will be A lot of teams will be looking at him should the Golden Knights not extend him. And this is where you wonder if McCrimmon's going to say, okay, now we'll go 2 times 3. Here's a raise. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
looking forward
They're
to
gonna
not
they'll
seeing
have the
Shea.
conversation. They'll have that conversation. We were so loyal to you, like
Oh yeah, and that's a circumstance where that there is some gravity behind that statement too. No one else gave you a
no one
contract. Here
else
we
gave
are.
you
And
a chance.
yeah,
Right.
which I think is BS if McCrimmon does play that personally.
Well, no, it was McPhee. It was McPhee that's he's admitted to it. Go ahead.
Well,
Sorry.
fine. Yeah, I get it. Either way, I'm not looking forward to not seeing Shea Theodore on the top power play.
So
I
you're
want to
looking
see Shea
forward to
Theodore
seeing
on
him on
power
the
play
top
1,
power play. Okay.
and I really think Shea
I
Theodore
think you
should be
threw
looked
like a
at.
quadruple negative in there, but I was keeping track.
Yeah, no, I think so, but I think the math worked out at the end. But I really want to see Shea Theodore on that right elbow. I think left-handed shot. Olofsson. I understand Olofsson. That's his position in this team. That's where he's going to make his money. But I really think Shea Theodore on that right elbow could be interesting with his
Mm.
ability to shoot from that spot, with his precision shot that he has, with his one-timer that he has, and he's also a really good passer. You're not going to take Marner off the or off the quarterback position. He's QB1. He's one of the best power play QBs in the league, but get Shea Theodore on power play 1. So I'm not looking forward to not seeing Shea Theodore on the top power play unit.
Along with the start of a new season, I am least looking forward to annual excuses. Just own up to things, what have you,
Every
either
team
in the
does it, though,
broadcast
Tony.
booth,
Every team does it.
either in the broadcast booth or otherwise. I'm just like, that just gets to
No,
me.
bad ice, bad
Bad ice. This,
scheduling. I
yeah,
know, and that's fine. And
that
it's
just gets
rigged.
old.
Schedule's
It gets
rigged.
old.
Scheduled losses, scheduled wins, scheduled overtime losses,
Scheduled losses is they'll be talking
scheduled
about it
shootout
again.
losses.
I'm going all in with scheduled losses this upcoming season.
Oh, great.
As we have said in the past, the Golden Knights do need to get out to a very fast start under a new head coach in Ryan Craig. But where will the Golden Knights be sitting by American Thanksgiving? Next on Locked On Golden Knights. Welcome back to this edition of Locked On Golden Knights from Las Vegas. Tony Dasco and Chris Gawlik. We're having all sorts of fun with these topics here the last few days.
Yeah, we are.
By American Thanksgiving, you like that we went there, right? The Golden Knights project to be somewhere around second or third place, in my estimation, and that would be good in the Pacific Division, in the pillow fighting division, right in the playoff mix, not running away with the division. I don't think they'll run away with it, but not chasing, from far behind either. Like the schedule, the roster construction, perhaps, this new system, which we are excited about seeing, whatever it might be, all point to perhaps a pretty solid, I think, early season position. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about the first 10 games and the importance and the fact that this schedule, it's not, I mean, you got Anaheim in there, you got Toronto in there, you got Minnesota in there. LA is going to be a little better version of themselves, but then teams like Pittsburgh, Calgary, Seattle, Vancouver, and Chicago will be okay maybe opening night, but we think the Golden Knights should handle them relatively easily. Looking ahead, like it's a lot of block scheduling, 2 home games, 4 road games, 6 home games, 4 road games, so the schedule is pretty predictable, if that's the right way to say that. So long story longer, I'm going to say second place specific, and I don't know who the first place team is going to be.
Edmonton, I think. Edmonton, maybe.
But I wouldn't be surprised if
Anaheim jumps out.
San
again.
Jose did have a hot starts, and I mean, LA even could have a hot start, and we know that what this Golden Knights team is about, and it's what they've done basically for the last 9 seasons, and they do start really, really well. Injuries happen, boredom happens, call it what it is. This is a team that's contending for a Stanley Cup. If they drop a game on Tuesday, Thursday, December 10th in Ottawa, who cares? The Golden Knights don't care. They care, but it's not the end of the world. They handle regular season adversity differently than most teams, and when it matters, when the games really intensify in late March and April, you'll probably see this team get going again and have a comfortable playoff spot. I think we can agree a comfortable playoff spot is where they will be American Thanksgiving, which translates to where they will be come American Sweetest Day. When is that? When is Sweetest Day?
I don't know what that is. Well, I think it's something like 27 games they will have played, and enough time to have some sort of a feel about what this team might be. Although at American Thanksgiving this past year, like it was a completely different team than we saw later in the season and making the Cup run.
American Sweetest Day is Saturday, October 17th.
Are you saying Swedish?
Sweetest.
Oh, sweetest.
Okay. It's as fake as Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So maybe we should
no cards. I don't get any cards on that day.
No, maybe near does my wife. But should we should do another segment maybe for next week? Where will the Golden Knights be by American April Fool's Day? That's an important. It's important. April 1st. Where will they be?
Good landmark. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, but again, comfortably in the playoffs. Will they start as hot under Ryan Craig? That remains to be seen. They better start as hot because the schedule will only get more difficult, and we do wonder what the panic level is, not just of Ryan Craig, but Kelly McCrimmon, I think, is taking a chance here. I don't think anyone disagrees that Craig is ready and his time is now, but you just let go of a coach who cost his team a second-round pick, but you just let go of a coach who, if you don't hire, this team does not make this type of playoff run. We don't necessarily know, but I think general consensus, experts, amateurs, and wherever you and I rank in that mix, is that the Golden Knights would not have gone on this run had Bruce Cassidy been the coach of the team. Bruce
Mhm.
Cassidy ran his course, and apparently he's still running his course as he's waiting to see if he'll be able to get a deal with another team or not, until his contract expires here in Vegas. So, what is the panic level of McCrimmon if this team doesn't start well? And does McCrimmon start interfering? We know McCrimmon is very
He's
influential.
interfering from the jump.
He's
He's the
he's
puppet
been
master.
interfering since
He's the puppet
season
master.
1. I mean,
Yeah.
but especially during the Pete DeBoer, Robin Leonard, uh, Logan Thompson fiasco, McCrimmon
Jeez.
was all over that. So yeah, I mean, hopefully Craig has room to grow and do his thing, and hopefully he has room to make a mistake because he's a rookie coach. I don't
We
care
will
that he's been
see.
in the organization for 9 years. He's a rookie coach, and there's going to be mistakes made.
Yeah, we're going to see some early season growing pains, that we know. New coach, new system, what have you. The loss, we can't understate this or whatever, overstate this, I should say, enough about the loss of Pavel Dorofeyev. It hurts VGK, and we don't know if this team will or can pick up the slack, but I think we'll have some sort of an inkling by Thanksgiving Day. I think we'll see what
American Thanksgiving, Tony.
right. We'll see what the identity of this team will be. I think there's going to be a lot of, we'll see a lot of what this team's makeup might be by then.
Yeah, no doubt. And the thing is, we'll know the makeup, we'll probably know the identity, but will we? Because will William Karlsson stay healthy? Will Tomas Hertl, will his knees keep going? Will Mitch Marner be on the wing? Like there's a million questions leading up to it. So it took a long time. And honestly, I really didn't feel we learned much about the Golden Knights identity until the late acquisitions of Nick Dowd, Cole Smith, and stuff like that. That's when the Golden Knights, I think, got a lot tougher to play against, became a lot more physical. And will it take an acquisition sometime in late March for that to happen?
It will.
Or
It has to. It has to. They're just going to try to.
there needs to be an identity from the
Yeah.
first week of this team. There's no doubt. We need to know what, like from day one, the first 4 shifts, what this team looks like. And I'm excited for that.
Well, I'm
And
excited
put that in segment
again.
1.
I'm excited to see 4 shifts. Period. That should be interesting.
I hope so. That's necessary.
They need
1.5
4
with
lines.
Tortorella.
They definitely have to roll 4 lines, and I think that's the only way they'll be successful this year. Thank
Fair.
you so much for making Locked On Golden Knights your
With
first
that.
listen today.
Real
For your
fast.
second listen, please check out the Locked On NHL podcast. You could find it on find Locked On NHL on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. We'll see you again tomorrow right here on Locked On Golden Knights.
Fastest show ever.